screen, so like, can I get in the last thing? Hi everyone. Today our environment looks a little more different. Ooh, I spoiled a little bit when I did this, okay? So we're gonna be giving a few minutes for everybody to join the inspiring session. I'm actually so happy that my screen has like so many cute puppies.
You're
Like,
welcome.
I think I
wanted to
spoiled
clean
a
up the
little
screen and give
bit,
us some
yeah.
joy before we started.
It's like, it's always nice if the morning starts with like.
I was actually doing
cute
that
puppies.
a few months ago. I was doing a presentation and I generated a bunch of puppy dogs for like the live stream. Yes. I feel like that's amazing. I was like,
It's always good,
puppies
like,
never,
you can go wrong
never,
with puppies.
never wrong.
It's like, yeah, definitely. So yeah, well, hello everyone. It's been a while since we've seen each other at an inspiring session. We had our last one in San Francisco, if I recall correctly, in June with our dear friend Jared Liu. So it was an experience. But we're back on track, back to school, as they say, and we're super happy to be here in New York City due to the Upscale Studios event that we are just gonna get started as of now. So it's like very exciting. We have a packed day ahead. But for now, we're here, and we're here with Chris first, very dear member to our community. Chris is a leader in the generative AI space, running like the largest AI community on Twitter. So it's like Twitter X, so 220,000 million people in your community.
Yep.
So it's exciting.
And growing.
And growing, that's good. You have hosted like tech workshops for companies like Minimax. You've been a panelist alongside AI leaders at Google, so that's cool. Venture capital firms and AI startups, and it's cool because you're shaping like the future of the industry, which is always super nice. You have also hosted mentoring sessions at New York Tisch School of the Arts for the Gen AI Arts. Amazing. The Gen Art AI Film Hackathon, like providing helps to students and creators, helping them learn how to use AI tools, which is super nice. With a background in photography and videography, so you know your shots, you know your
Blend
thing.
of both worlds, tech and image. Love it.
Nice. You have worked with top names in music, fashion, entertainment, including ASAP Mob, Peacock, Nightmare,
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather, Adidas, Run DMC, and To Boot New York. So like you're the guy for this session, like.
Yeah, it's perfect. Generative AI is like a perfect blend of both worlds. My love for tech and my love for AI video and photos. So this is a perfect world.
Yeah, so we're super happy to have you here. And first thing first, before we get started, just as a small like surprise and teaser to everyone who's watching, we're gonna be having a coupon that is gonna pop up, during the session. Say, it's gonna be somewhere in here, like, and it's gonna say inspiring session. And the good thing is that you can use it to get a discount on a ticket to come to Upscale Malaga, which is gonna be the 4th and 5th of November. It's gonna be massive. It's gonna be cool. It's not New York, but Malaga is pretty cool.
Upscale in San Fran was amazing, so I can only imagine Malaga is going to be incredible.
Like the big one, the venue is incredible. The panelists, the speakers that we have, so it's gonna be amazing. So be sure to kind of note down that coupon. And I think that we can get started. We're super excited to see what you have for us.
Yeah, thank you for having me today. My name is Chris First, and we're here at Upscale Studios in New York. Very grateful to be here. We're going to talk about AI content solutions for businesses. So today we're spotlighting one of the most powerful new additions to Freepik's already massive AI toolset, and it's called Nano Banana, also known as Gemini 2.5 Flash. Not as cool as Nano Banana, but that's the official name. For those of you hearing about it for the first time, think of it like a Swiss Army knife of AI tools. It's fast, flexible, and incredibly capable. You can generate and edit images instantly, whether that means tweaking small details or transforming an entire scene, all using natural language. And the best part is, it's built right into Freepik. So let's take a look. Now, I wanted to say, people often get worried about these tools, thinking that they're extremely complicated to use, but anybody, even with no AI experience, can pick this tool up right now and start working using just natural language. Mm-hmm. So to start, I'm going to dive into how to help small businesses such as restaurant industries, which I worked in for a while, so I know the struggles with that. And real quick, I just want to say, last year, one of the leading online food services delivered 2.7 billion orders last year globally. That's a billion more than in 2022. And online delivery has exploded, and businesses that aren't tapping into this are leaving massive opportunities on the table. But there is a challenge with that. When setting up your restaurant online, you need great images of your food to sell it, and hiring a professional photographer is really expensive. You can do it yourself, sure, it'll work, but it often lacks that polished look and consistent look that grabs people's attention and gives people's trust in your brand. When I see really low quality images of food in an app like that, I assume the food quality is also low. Yeah. So yes, it's judging a book by the cover, but that's the market. So most people will immediately judge your food based on the image. And that's where Nano Banana and Freepik comes in. It can save you time, money, and stress and help you get your online presence looking more professional, fast, with just a few simple prompts. So let's get started. I'm going to upload an image of my food here. I have a delicious looking pie of pizza that we're going to upload here. Here we go. Food, pizza.
These sessions always make us hungry, and like we're making food.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So it's like,
I'm sorry to start off with pizza because this is a really good pie. You can't get it over here, unfortunately.
New York, so pizza is like perfect. Yeah.
It's prevalent everywhere. So here we are. We have an image of my pizza. It's a great pie, but not a professional shot by any means. Delicious looking, yes. But to turn this image into something useful, I'm going to use a specific prompt that I have here generated already. So I'm going to drag this in. A top-down view of a pizza where the pizza is centered in frame. The surroundings should be white like a studio. I want the image to look like a professional studio photo taken of food.
Okay.
Now, this is not some specialty prompt. This is very straightforward, easy to understand. And I'm going to make sure the model is selected here under the model menu, Nano Banana. You could go here to Google and select Nano Banana if it's not selected already. And I'm going to also set it so 4 images are going to generate at once, just because,
Yeah, we can do it.
You just want to make sure you have some extra just in case, because you never know. Sometimes these things work and sometimes they don't. Nano Banana is, it's a work in progress tool. It's really great, and sometimes you get exactly what you want the first time, and sometimes it takes 2. So it's a little, it's a give and take here.
But there's never enough pizza, so it's good.
It's
So
okay.
we
There's
need
never
4,
enough.
okay?
I'll just be starving at the end of this. I'm gonna just call it DoorDash order now.
We're getting
Alrighty.
like 45 slices of pizza. Yeah.
Alrighty, here we go. And look at that.
Wow.
And now we have a professional looking photo of our pizza. Really easy, simple, nothing too complicated of a prompt. And now I'm gonna just remove that little background pan because I do not want the pan in there. And once again, very simple. I'm just gonna say, remove the pan. Now I'm gonna drag the image that I just generated right from here over to image references. I don't have to go to anywhere else. I just drag it right over there. And now we're gonna generate that. And that'll remove the pan from the image, giving us at least a cohesive look of just our food product. In the same view, it will not adjust anything else. That's what's nice about Nano Banana is you can make these small adjustments without having to do a complicated prompt. It's really straightforward and easy to use. And you can make these small adjustments without changing the complete look of your image or your food, which is really important because if you're having food products, you want it to resemble what your food actually looks like and not modify it. And just like that, we have a perfect looking pie of pizza, and even add that little bit of a drop shadow too, which is really a nice little touch that they added there.
I actually love like the consistency of it, no? Like the original image has like, the specific crust.
It has
and,
every
like,
single
everything.
detail maintained. It's actually really crazy. And it's perfect for uploading to a delivery platform. You don't have to cook, and what's really great is you don't have to cook every single dish before a full day photo shoot. When you're doing these restaurant shoots, often you have a photographer come in and spend an entire day, you're cooking every single dish, and it costs hundreds, even thousands of dollars. Right there, we just saved you so much time and money, super, super easily. Now I have this great pizza image. That's not really great for marketing my food, It looks good on an app, but now I can take this image and turn it into an advertisement really easily. So once again, I'm going to drag this pizza, delete the original reference, and drag this new one right in here. And now we're going to make a prompt that can help me create a nice ad. This weekend, we're running a nice special. It's buy one pizza, get one 50% off. And with Nano Banana, I can take that same pizza and quickly add some promotional text. So let me add my new prompt in here. And we're going to drag this right in here. Here we have a prompt that says, create an ad for buy one pizza, get one 50% off. Centered. At the bottom, have it say, this weekend only, Friday through Sunday. Feature the brand's logo centered. I want a black background and make the poster slightly distressed with film grain. Now I'm going to upload my pizza shop logo here that I have made. It's called First's Charred Pizza Pies.
Oh.
Actually, no, I changed the First's Pizzeria now under new ownership. So now we're going to come down here, and I'm going to come here into my aspect ratio and select, actually not that one, I'm going to select 3:4. Now, once again, aspect ratios are not always promised with Nano Banana. It does have a mind of its own sometimes. So we'll either get a 3:4 or we'll get a 4:3. Whatever it is, we'll make it work and see what happens.
Yeah, we'll be getting a poster no matter what.
Yeah, we're getting a pizza deal no
matter.
matter what. You're getting a deal no matter what.
But I think it's very interesting, like when you look back about how AI prompting has
Oh,
evolved.
yeah.
Like having, so
this-
many steps. Like
This
the
a year
text.
ago would have been a 25-step process.
Yeah.
Now I can do it all inside Freepik in one module and not have to ever leave or exit anything.
Yeah, and not be worried like about the text, so like is it
Oh,
gonna
text.
be pizza? Is it gonna be
I say-
pizza with like invented fonts?
Yeah,
like
it looks like hieroglyphics.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like what?
And here we go.
Ooh,
And it actually looks pretty good actually right off the bat, which is great.
Nice.
This one didn't get it, but that's okay.
Very
So here-
minimalistic. So
Very
you've got
minimalistic.
some-
And this is a great starting point. We have our buy one pizza, get one 50% off, and this looks great. Very simple, and we have a nice little widescreen ad. But I want to make it a little bit better actually.
Ooh,
Yeah, it needs a little bit more.
okay.
Let's see here. So now I'm going to use my top of the line, expert elite prompting skills to
Okay.
take this up a notch.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
We're going to take this up a notch. we're going to delete this prompt.
Okay.
I'm going to drag in my thing here.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, make this even better.
Okay.
Be a better graphic designer. I want this to pop.
All right.
So let's see if Gemini can be better.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to generate it twice just to make sure that it really, I'm going to give it 2 chances to be better.
Okay.
And let's see if we can do it.
Nano Banana is on your roof now.
It's all on Nano Banana now.
You gotta deliver now.
You have to deliver. And don't worry, first pizza delivers.
Oh, yeah. Nah, but I
Not
like
30
the
minutes
prompt.
less,
It's
but-
like, make it better. Like,
And that's what's nice about Nano Banana. You really don't have to be an expert. Like, I know prompting, I know how to prompt, but sometimes I don't know exactly what I want to actually make.
Yeah.
And with this, I can just say, oh, and here we go.
Okay.
So now we have some, yeah. So
So
we have some little bit.
Okay.
It got better.
Definitely.
Oh no! See,
Oh,
it changed.
wow.
It's not buy one get one free. So I'm gonna come right over here. This one looks better.
It
You know what I mean?
looks-
It has a little bit more pop. It adds a little bit of underglow, and now it did its job and made this even better.
And
right?
it pops. So
And it's
like,
crazy how Nano Banana works. It's like other tools, you really would have to describe in detail what you want to change, and you could even do that in at most other tools. You can even do that. You have to be using multiple other apps to then combine different assets to make it look like that, or know a bunch of other tools. This, you just say, hey, I don't know what to do. Please make it better.
It's like the beauty of natural language, like at its peak.
Yes.
It's like, please make this pretty.
Please make this
And
better.
It's like, that's
I
it,
just
no?
need a little bit of help here.
Yeah.
And this is where AI becomes more than just a tool. It becomes your creative partner, helping you refine things even where you really can't quite articulate what needs fixing. It can do the heavy lifting for you when you need, or you can give it explicit instructions when you need to as well. And that's when visual prompts come in handy. Because I know some things that I now want to do. And this is an amazing new feature that lets you annotate directly on your image. Literally pointing to the parts that you want to adjust, just mark it up where you want to make changes, and this model uses those annotations as visual guidance, so you're no longer just describing what you want, you're showing it exactly what you want. It's fast, intuitive, it feels like you're giving feedback to a designer who understands your creative intent. So now we're going to come back to our image, and we're going to go select edit here. Hold on.
Also, I want to remind everybody who is watching us that even though the prompts are not like super crafted prompts, like we're gonna be sharing everything.
Everything
on our
will be shared.
Discord. So yeah, don't worry, because everybody's gonna be able to follow step by step.
And you can rewatch this too, which helps on YouTube.
Yeah, even if it's just like the please do get better, be a great designer. Like,
Yeah,
we're gonna remind
that
everybody.
prompt works a lot.
That is a killer prompt.
That's a
like,
killer
yeah.
prompt, I'm telling you.
Anyways.
So now I clicked on edit here, and this opens a new window over inside Freepik. I'm gonna come right over here to edit, and I'm gonna make sure Nano Banana is selected, and also my image quantity is 4.
Okay.
So now I'm gonna do some visual prompts here.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna select the background and say, add a brick oven to the background, right? Very simple, straightforward, nothing too complicated. You know what, I'm also gonna add another prompt here, because I don't want people to think this is an everyday deal. I want people to come into my store now.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say, add a limited time only banner here,
Ooh,
because
building FOMO, right?
exactly, you need to
Yeah.
buy it right now. You need this pizza and you need it now. So also I'm gonna add, because I want to add something to the outside edges of this.
Okay.
I'm gonna say add a pizza sauce. Actually, I don't know if that was the exact prompt I want to do. Hold on. It's
But the
add pizza
beauty
sauce around the edge of the frame. That's what it is.
Oh, okay.
Add pizza sauce. Oh, add pizza sauce around the edges of the frame, just to fill in that areas around the sides, basically.
Nice.
Oh, I deleted it. Add pizza sauce to the edge of the frame around. Here we go.
Because I think the visual prompt is something that when you're like in the pre-steps is like I'm putting things all over the place, and it's
Yeah.
like the real magic to me.
Yeah,
like,
and it's
you know?
honestly, it's about experimenting too. You know, I did this a little bit messing around, and you just try things out, and you never know what you're gonna get. Like,
Yeah.
I did the brick oven for the first prompt, and it just works, and it's like, oh, that's really actually perfect, and it made it look beautiful, and let's see what it does today. Because Nano Banana, you never know. And I like it because you also get a bunch of different variations. Like, I can run this prompt, 25 different times, and I'll get 25 different versions of
Yeah.
that. And then you can fine tune your prompt from there and like work it out. Like, perfect example is when I did add pizza sauce around the frame, I originally worded it a different way, and it didn't give me the exact look that I wanted. So then I just reworded my prompt until it did give me that look. So it's all about experimentation with these tools.
It's cool. Also, I think that, because we also have like somewhere in the sides, the assistant. I normally tend to do
Yeah.
that. When my prompt is like not getting what I want, I will open an assistant and be like, can you like iterate on this? Or
Yeah.
like more visual.
And even with
kind
the,
of
you have also
wording?
the AI prompt tool that also modifies your prompt.
Yeah.
the thing is, I also like seeing what my prompt does, so I don't often use the AI's prompt assistant because, you know, when I make those changes, the AI prompt kind of modifies your prompt behind the scenes. I like to be able to understand what my prompt is doing. Okay. So when I do change it and modify it, at least I know what my modification has done to affect my output.
So to the pixel.
To the pixel, exactly. Okay. So here we have some outputs here.
Oh.
So here we have a brick oven, limited time only, with the little pizza sauce around the edges. And what's nice is it has 4 variations right at the bottom here. Yeah. Once again, not even leaving the window. We're all in the same window here still. And I kind of like this one. I think this one looks perfect.
Nice, yeah.
And now I can save that. And right there, now it's saved.
Like limited time.
Limited time only. Wow. And you know, and also I want to make it just a little color adjustments. I could tap A or select this adjust button here. And I can open this window right inside Freepik, not even leaving the window, and I update my saturation a little bit. Maybe just boost the temperature a little bit of brightness. No, a little exposure actually I want to do. A little bit of exposure. 222. Brightness down to 100.
Oh, wow.
And then increase contrast.
There's your photography background showing there, like,
a little green. I'm going to touch that
takes.
Contrast down a little too high on the contrast there.
Ooh,
and
the
then there we
green
go.
is popular, yeah. Like.
And yeah, the green, exactly. It makes it look more realistic. Yeah. And then we like that, and now we go from that to that.
Wow.
And now we have a great ad with a great professional product photo.
And now I want a pizza.
And now I'm starving.
It worked.
All right, let's go. Alrighty. So that's a real quick tool for how to use it in a restaurant. I mean, it's really... anybody can really use these. It's not as scary as people think about AI. It's not like, oh, I have to learn 5 different things. No, you just hop right in and just talk to it. It's so easy, especially with Nano Banana right inside Freepik. It is incredibly easy to use.
Nice.
So let's talk about another business. Let's go to something else.
Okay. Let's turning wheel. Where are we going now?
We're going to go this way, and now we're going to talk about e-commerce and fashion. So another business that's heavily centered around online shopping is the clothing and fashion industry. These brands rely almost entirely on e-commerce nowadays, and one of the biggest time and cost investments is getting high-quality photos of your products on models. When I first started my brand, I could barely afford to launch the brand, let alone invest in marketing. Luckily, I had the skills to do most of it myself. I was a photographer, graphic designer, and could build my own website. But even then, the amount of time it took to do all those things was really intense. Now, generative AI tools, I can create the entire library of my marketing content from my brand without ever leaving my house, or even better, without leaving Freepik. Earlier, I generated a model, and I want to place them inside of my own shirt. So now I'm going to come over here, and we're going to exit out and go back to the AI image generator over here. I'm going to remove this reference image, and I'm going to upload an image of my model. Come over here to clothing. And go to my model. Here I have an uploaded image of my model right here. Now I'm going to upload also an image of my shirt. I'm going to upload the front. And yeah, so now I'm going to go prompt here. And this is the great thing. You could also do, I didn't mention this before, but now you can do multiple references. So it's not only one image reference. I can have multiple. So now I'm going to say have the model, and I'm going to right here, I do this little @ sign and then select image 1. And that's going to call over to this first image right over here on the bottom left. And I'm going to say wearing a white shirt with the logo on the right side of the chest from image 2. And that's my shirt reference. That's right over here. So now I'm just saying I'm going to have my model from the first reference, wear the shirt in the second reference. And I'm just specifying white shirt because the guy is wearing a black shirt in the first. It might just try to apply that logo to the black shirt. So you sometimes do want to be specific. And then once again, that's the trial and error of using these tools. You want to experiment a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm going to turn this back to auto. And now we're going to see how this works. I am going to generate 2. So let's see what happens.
Let's get the full collection happening.
A great point to make right now, you can generate unlimited images using Nano Banana inside Freepik. So I can generate as many images as I want and not be worried about my credit usage.
Nice, nice. I know that people are going crazy with that.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, oh my God.
And you know, especially this tool, it's like, you know, some of the times it works, sometimes it doesn't. So to be restricted with credits, it can be a pain.
Yeah, we heard everyone, we heard the community.
Yeah, and that's what Freepik does a lot. I mean, you had that one weekend free,
The consistency is like...
Yeah, and it's a small little prompt, just like that. Now we have our model wearing my shirt, nice and easy.
Can you open it up? Like, you can see the logo.
The logo looks almost, it's actually perfect. It's the exact perfect logo.
Wow.
Not a single change made to the logo.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and so it's so simple. You used to have to train LoRa's and so many models to get to this result. Now I can just upload 2 images, put them together, and you have a perfect photo.
Yeah, like consistency, like both things is amazing. No, it's like.
But I do have a problem. I don't like this model.
Oh.
So I think we're going to change this model.
Okay.
And once again, using my professional expert prompting skills, we're going to say, give me a completely new model while maintaining the pose, position, and clothing. So now I'm going to try to generate a new model, but I want to make sure that I add that model to the references here and delete my old references. Otherwise, it's just going to give me something random.
Okay.
So now we're going to come here and generate that. And now it should generate me a new model. Generate 2 as well, because we have unlimited credits. Yikes. So that's perfect. And now we'll see what it does.
I'm intrigued because this one is gonna be like super different, I guess, because
Yeah.
we're like, show us new models.
Show me a new
So
model, see
anything
what
can
happens.
happen,
Anything can happen. It could be, give me anything.
But that's like the exciting thing about AI.
Yeah,
sometimes I like, whatever.
Yeah,
Like,
and that's
having to
and
discover.
and the next part of this, I'll show you like that randomness. It really works out for a lot of things.
Ooh, cool. Oh.
And now we have a bunch of new models wearing the exact same
wow.
shirt. And now one of them gets to go on a trip. Let's pick which one. Do you have one that you like? These look these look faker.
Like, who fits your brand better? Like,
I like.
You're the boss.
I think this one looks perfect. We're gonna go with the top one here.
Okay.
We're gonna go with her. Now I'm gonna get my prompt here. So using this new model photo, we're gonna drag it to the reference sections, and now I'm gonna convert this shot into some lifestyle content, something that feels user generated, like you see on social media,
Yikes.
not just a normal little photo that we have for a model for a website.
Okay.
This is something you could actually use on socials. So now we're gonna say put the person in image 1, and now that once again that's referencing this new person that we just dragged over here to image references. Say in a high-end streetwear photo, sitting down on a ledge. The background is Paris with the Eiffel Tower. Photorealistic, wearing just the shirt, the white shirt from image 1. And once again, I just wrote that because it's a process of experimentation. When I first did the prompt, it sometimes didn't give me the exact shirt.
Okay.
So I just wanted to remind the model, hey, I also want the shirt. So now I
Keep it
just
in
made,
mind.
yeah. It's like sometimes you have to give it a little reminder, that's
Yeah.
all.
I like to like emphasize it at the beginning of prompts, and then like
At the
FYI,
end,
it's
by
like,
the way, I know we talked about this
like-
a while ago, but we also need that still.
it's been like
I still need that
45
because
words, but
yeah,
please
yeah,
remember my shirt. Like,
yeah. Please
it's a
remember the
thing.
shirt exactly. So now let's see what we get here.
Ooh,
Let's
I'm
hope.
excited. Like oh wow.
Perfect.
I mean,
It's perfect. So I say I'm gonna go with this one actually. I like this one
it
here.
looks super nice.
I don't know which one do you like. You tell me.
I really like the second one.
The second one
like
here?
the rooftops very
It caught me actually too as I went by again.
And the light is super nice.
Yeah, it's supernatural too. Alrighty, so now we have this one shot. It looks great. But I also need a second shot showing the back of my shirt. And having multiple angles is going to make this post feel more realistic and give customers a better sense of the product. And that's not a problem at all. I'm simply going to ask for another shot, and I'm going to upload now the back of the shirt so that the model can generate the new image to match, keeping the style, lighting, and setting all consistent. Oh, that's you.
Get over.
Wrong window. Okay. So now we're going to come here, and I'm going to add in the back of my shirt now. And this is just another product photo that I have. And now I'm going to add in my special prompt here. Where is my prompt menu here? There we go. And now, here we go. Now we're going to drag this prompt right over here. And now I'm going to say maintain the same location and person from image 1.
Okay.
And that's referencing the new image of her sitting in Paris. Have the person face the Eiffel Tower. Image 1, which is referencing once again the first image, should show the back of the t-shirt that has the graphics from the shirt in image 2. And now this should take this image and generate the exact same shot, the exact same setting, and it should have her now facing the opposite way, showing the back of the shirt.
Ooh, so that's like a new level right now that we're unlocking.
We're getting a little deeper
Like,
now. We're going deeper into the matrix.
We're going deeper.
Yeah. And once again, this one did give me a little bit of hiccups, so let's see if this one gets me right. It'll you'll see it gives me like 75% of the good ones, Nano Banana. So I think today we have good luck on our hands, and I think we might get every single one good,
Yikes.
right? And now just like that, so here's the one that was a little issue. She's like facing forward and backwards.
She's grabbing something like.
But once again, it got my exact same shirt, every detail of, and it's a complicated graphic. It's not a simple graphic, And now I have the exact same shot, just like from before of image 1, and now we have her facing the opposite way. And some of these actually look even better,
Wow. Yeah.
right? And this is great if you want to generate some music. See, look, it got me on the front.
Like,
so as I said,
one just
70,
one person.
85% of the time we're getting exactly what we want.
We gotta love Nano Banana like that.
Yeah, and now if you're generating content, you can easily make user-generated content for your brand without having to hire a model, fly them to Paris, and get these shots that you're looking for. Especially as an starting up company, you have this ability now to make content without needing a budget of a multi-million-dollar brand. That's what it does. It takes the power from these multi-million-dollar companies and gives you as an individual creator the ability to make something that you can see and be proud of, and like visually, it looks exactly like the vision you have in your head.
Yeah. Like it's outstanding, like to think that even if like you're crafting this logo and you're crafting your identity, like that everything that comes after is like something you can do in like a power session.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like
100%.
Really?
And now speaking of multiple angles, I can now simply ask Nano Banana for a different perspective of the same shot to see if there's one that I like better. It gives me the flexibility to customize my content even more, and it shows me the various options without having me to do all of the heavy work. And remember, you can even do this with photos that you have that are real photos. It's not just AI generated images. If you have a photo from a photo shoot, you can just do this right with your actual images. So I'm gonna actually use the original photo that we have here, and we're gonna change her pose. So let me come here, and we're gonna say, have the person in a different pose position in the same location and in the same clothes.
Okay.
From the first image of her facing forward.
Okay.
And now this just gives you some more options to work with. Say you like that first shot of them in front of the Eiffel Tower, but you kind of want them in a different position. You could describe the position you want them in, or you can even upload a reference image of what you want them to be positioned in. But for now, we're just going to ask the AI tool to just generate me some ideas, because I don't know what I want.
Yeah.
And even that, it could generate you a pose, and you can even use this just so when you go out to shoot, you have ideas of how your model should pose. It's not even about, you don't have to use this as your final product. You could use it just as a reference. And now we have her in 4 different poses.
Wow. So it's also great for inspo, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, you could be like planning something, so you want to have it like,
Yeah.
I'm already seeing like this pose, and I like the shirt to look like this, and then,
Yeah, and exactly. It doesn't have to be a replacement for people. People get often like worried that this is going to replace them, replace their job. It actually helps a lot. Like for me, like as a photographer, like I could generate 1,000 different poses. Like, I'm a photographer, but I might not be a high fashion photographer, but this gave me a bunch of ideas of how my model should pose. And I can even use my model as a reference and then upload that model to this, and I can even see it even in more realistic detail.
Yeah.
So now let's come back. So let's talk about ideation. Now it's great for developing your brand and helping you with ideation. I have a denim jacket that I designed, but I was thinking about doing another release, but I wanted a new colorway. So let me upload an image of my jacket and try to find some new colorways for my brand. And this is what you mentioned before about, it's also helpful for, thinking about ideas and creating ideas.
Yeah.
If you don't have an exact answer you're looking for, you might just want to have it give you some options.
Yeah.
So now we're going to come back here and I put my new prompt in and say, imagine this jacket in a different colorway. Very simple, very basic, straightforward, exactly, just asking it to do something for you. And once again, you've never used this tool before, just talk to it.
Yeah.
And that's what makes Nano so incredible.
Yeah, I think it's good. Like, there's like an extreme kind of learning process, but rather like a trial and error. No?
Yeah,
like,
that's it. Just messing around with it. Sit down, cup of coffee, put the TV on, and just put some random words into the prompt box.
Get your podcast going.
Get your podcast going. Get the movie, your podcast, and your computer
everything
going.
Everything
going at the same time. And here we go. We have some cool different variations. And now, I might be like, okay, I actually like the green idea. That's a cool concept. And it might not be exactly what I want to make, but I really like the idea of doing a yellow with black. Like, it just gives you a bunch of ideas without you having to think of them. And I could generate 1,000 of these in a day and have 1,000 different ideas, pin them up on my wall, and then think about how I want to develop the brand from there.
Definitely.
And now instead of me spending hours of different tools adjusting the colors and different layers and different mock-ups, I can do this all right inside of Freepik without interruptions jumping between tools. And if I'm working with somebody else, I can have them bounce ideas off me. I can pop them in here, and then we can see it live what that jacket might look like.
Yeah.
So I can also be really more specific now. I don't have to just ask it to think for me. I have an idea. I want to make the jacket have pink logos instead. So I'm going to say, make image 1. Imagine the jacket in image 1 made with black denim and pink logos. So now I have an idea of what I want my jacket to look like. But instead of me, having to go back into another tool and change a layer and try to make it look realistic so I can visualize it, I can do it all right here.
Yeah, it was one simple prompt. Like, it's amazing. And every example that happened, like with the previous prompt, was super nice. Like the color scheme and everything was like,
it's real. I as I was working on this, preparing for today, I was like, wait, I have actually so many more uses for denim than I thought. That's why I also love doing these, because you actually learn so much while you get to teach everybody else about it. Like, I'm like, oh, this is a great use case for my business. I can't wait to show my business partner after I leave here. Like, hey, I have 1,000 mock-ups for you to look through today. But here we have some great mock-ups for the jacket. I'm like, wow, I love how that pink pops on the jacket.
Yes.
And now I can send that to a reference to a company in the manufacturing. And I can say, hey, can you get me a sample made of this? And now instead of me having to reformulate my entire design, I just send that over to my manufacturer, and they can start manufacturing my jackets.
Wow, they are so pretty.
And once again, this isn't replacing anybody, but instead of me thinking about an idea, waiting 30 minutes for me to create the actual visual, I can now think and see immediately, and the idea goes from my brains to a visual in just seconds. And when you're working with a team, this changes everything. You can spitball ideas back and forth, try out things on the fly, and the results are live. So let's go to inside. Okay,
let's go. I'm curious about what you have. Wait, we're gonna put the mic here.
Hello.
We're gonna see if there's people are asking we gotta slow down a little bit. I think we're
So I'm so excited.
We're making pizza and then we're making jacket and then we're making
Let's take a moment to
fashion.
zen, everybody. Alrighty.
Meditate for like 2
I'll slow it down
seconds.
for you all. We'll take it nice and slow.
But the good thing is, like, then again, we're gonna be having like everything that we share.
You know, we can watch this on. You can watch it on YouTube after at 0.5,
0.75
0.75, and
like,
you can understand my fast. I talk as fast as I walk. I'm from New York,
I'm a
so
fast talker.
yeah.
So like,
Alrighty, so
yeah.
let's talk about interior design and home, and talk about home improvement. Say you're an interior designer and your client really isn't sure about what they want to go with. Maybe they're torn between modern, rustic, or something funky. Normally, you'd have to hunt down inspiration images, put together a mood board, and hope your client can picture how those styles would translate into their own home. But with Nano Banana and Freepik, you don't need to rely on outside references. Instead, you can take a photo of their actual space and instantly visualize it in multiple different styles. Want to show them the living room as a Scandinavian-style design, industrial, mid-century modern? With a few simple prompts, you get a professional quality visual that helps your client make decisions quickly and confidently. It saves you hours of prep work, builds trust with your client, and lets them see exactly what's possible inside their home and not just in someone else's mood board. So let's start with an apartment, and we're going to add in my little prompt here. We're going to go with a drastic redesign of this first apartment. I don't know if you can see it here. It's a little right there.
Yay.
So now I'm going to drag in this prompt, and we're going to say, make this apartment designed in an Art Deco in style interior design. And we're going to just generate that. I'm going to generate 2 because this was a really cool prompt.
Yeah, I'm excited to see, because I like interior design with AI. I think that is something that has made it like super accessible.
Yeah.
For like, you know, you want to decor your room or whatever. Now it's like, I'm taking pictures.
Yeah, see, like I'm creative in certain ways, but like when it comes to my home, like I have a very hard time filling in a room. Like I have paintings and they're literally just leaning against the wall because I can't dedicate to actually nailing them to the wall. So I have a lot of things just laid around the house. But this, at least you can have a visual for like how you might want your apartment to look, and you go, okay, now I need to find all these pieces that it generated and put it together. So now we have some cool little interiors here, right? Super fancy Art Deco. I mean, this is extravagant, right? This is completely different. This is completely renovating the place. But it shows you it can take your actual interior and then apply this aesthetic to the actual home. So instead of you know, having to say someone, here's a bunch of pictures, your home could look like that, you could just show them in their home exactly how the results could look. And this is really, really cool, actually, these little examples here.
We're manifesting that, like,
This is
you know,
very,
this is a nice penthouse.
Very Gatsby. Very Gatsby. Very
yeah.
Gatsby. So, you know, maybe Art Deco is not your style. Let's go with something maybe warmer. Let's do a bohemian interior design. And I don't have to do anything different. My image is still in my image references. I didn't change anything. And now, once again, I'm just going to generate this, and now we'll have something different, and we'll see how this works. And this is probably actually more my speed. I kind of like this interior design. It's very, like, cozy, simple, calm, relaxing.
Exactly. So it's
I mean, I wear vibrant colors, but I like the home to be very, like calm. Yeah, neutral, just chill.
Like the Nordic kind of.
Yeah, and you'll see right here, like, nice rugs. Yeah, lots of plants. And once again, and now it's a fully furnished home, and you can go, okay, well, I've seen a chair that looks just like that before. And the couch, like, you can piece all these pieces together now, and you go, okay, you could pitch that to a client and say, hey, how do you like this style? And you can say, oh, let's change that, I want to change this, and you can just kind of visualize your own space instead of it just being a random mood board of someone else's home. It really makes it easier for people to visualize for themselves. Yes. And instead of flipping through dozens of mood board, your client can see it in an instant. So say we like this, we want to build on it, you know. I like this home, but the walls are still a little bit plain. Which one do you like?
I'm actually liking that one.
This one?
Like the beige couch.
Right here?
Nice.
Okay.
Nice. Plenty of carpets.
Plenty of carpets,
you know,
yeah.
Good.
I'm a floor guy, so it's okay. I like to lay on the floor. All right, so now we're going to drag this here in my image references. That's the one I believe that we selected. And now I'm just going to say add color to the walls. Because, you know, I don't know. Add color to the wall. Can't type all of a sudden. Because, you know, I don't really know what color I want to go with, but we'll just let it show it for us. It'll help us pick the colors for us.
And I think that the nice thing is that it's gonna stick to like the vibe that we were doing.
Oh yeah, it'll match exactly.
Yeah.
And Nano Banana can understand an image visually and then think based off that image. So it knows it's not gonna give me a neon yellow.
Yeah,
it's not gonna give me a hot pink. But it's gonna give me these nice, really beautiful colors.
Kind
like
of
this,
minty
like this. Yeah, I love the mint. Actually, you're right. I do love the mint. Like this, you know. Actually, for this, I think this is a better one.
Yeah.
But now, once again, it does everything. It lays that paint on every single wall without disrupting any of the features that we added to the room. Any of the furnishings, everything is exactly in the same place. Alrighty.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. And now with the walls painted, the room feels kind of together. Let's see here. And I don't know if you have kids or not, but if you even wanted to see this, you could even see what it would look like if you had 3 kids running around the house.
Oh.
So let's just generate the house. This is what it looks like after you have 3 kids that are 5 years old and what they do to the home. As I get ready for my next prompt, I'm going to pull that. I'm going to let that go here.
And we're going to be having like a bunch of toys all over the place.
Exactly.
It's like the realistic kind of
vibe. Exactly. So I'm going to upload the original again here. Let's see here. Home and home interior. So now you can see what the house would look like as the kids run around, with the house a little bit more of a mess now.
I knew there were going to be toys all over the place.
That's exactly it. So, that's why I want to show it, because it's like, it's not just serious stuff. You could also like visualize it, and also like showing it to if you're trying to pitch it to a client, you could imagine themselves in the home with their family. You can even put your clients in the house, whatever you want. So, let's go back to visual prompting. I'm going to talk about that again. I'm going to come to the image editor, and I'm going to upload the house interior again. Now, say I have an idea exactly what the home to look like. We're going to just now add these prompts in here, right? So I'm going to say, I want here, I'm going to edit, and we're going to come here to visual prompts, right over here, right next to prompt. I'm going to come here and say, put a TV on the wall. Very simple, and that's done. Now we're going to say, add a couch here. Let's say, put a rug here. And let's see what else I want to add. I want to actually I want to make it a tan rug. Let's say tan rug. Tan rug there. And let's add a light fixture over here. Add a standing light here.
We gotta add some plants, no?
We can add some plants. You know what? We'll show you the next step. We'll get the ready.
Oh, okay.
I got it. Ready? Make
Okay,
this
I'm getting ahead
wall.
of myself. Yeah. I'm already picturing my house,
Like actually, I want the couch over here, Chris.
Can it be beige?
Yeah. I told you I don't want a tan rug. Alrighty. So now we'll see how this generates. And once again, right at the bottom here, you'll see your 4 images generating. And I don't have to leave the window, do anything. We'll just sit here, let it generate, and get ready.
And it takes like no time.
And it takes like 25 seconds to generate. It's really incredible. Alrighty, here we go. We have our rug, we have our light fixture. Very boring, very tame, very simple. And now, I like this one. I like the L couch. We're gonna go with that. So I'm gonna save that image, and it's gonna add it right to my bottom here. And that's what's nice is I can save these edits, and on my it'll have like a little timeline basically of all my edits that I saved. So if I want to go back to this at any point, I can go back to it. And now I'm going to edit again, but instead of visual prompts, I'm just going to do a regular prompt. And now I'm going to flesh out the scene, and hopefully it adds some plants for us. So I'm going to just say flesh out the scene with more furnishings. And this will hopefully now make the scene at least feel more lived in, and not like a model apartment that you're just touring really quickly.
Yeah, but it's very nice because it's like you had some specifics. We wanted this wall and this carpet and this sofa, so it's good. Like you get the things that you need, and then it's like we're gonna add like crazy.
Exactly.
So it's cool.
And here we go. Now we have some furnishings, right?
Wow.
So we have this. Oh, I like this actually. That's perfect.
Yay.
And that's perfect. Now we added some furnishings. Added a throw rug, some pillows, a nice little painting, some plants for you, and we have a little couch for me to sit on and watch TV. And that's what's nice. You can either let it take control and kind of guide you on what you want, or you can just tell it exactly specifically what you want. And it's good for both. So you don't have to, when you have trouble thinking of the next step, it can think for you. And when you know the next step, you can do it for it. So, the house is looking good on the inside, but I think we're going to upgrade to a home. I can't really afford a new home, but I can afford an old home and fix it up. So, so we have this little house, beautiful home. This just needs some love. Yeah. So, say you're a home improvement company, and you want to convince somebody to work on their home. It's hard to convince people to spend a ton of money, especially right now. It's the same issue as before, helping people visualize things. It's a perfect way to upsell your customer and to do more instead of having to get someone else to make renders and you can do this all live. So you say, I want to change the driveway. It's like, okay, I do that. But it's like, let me show you what it will look like with the walls, the wood paneling fixed. It's easy to just show them, and when they can visualize, they go, you know what, I want to do that. Yeah. So let's start. I'm just going to say really easily, make the driveway, actually it's a freshly paved asphalt. Freshly paved asphalt. Really simple adjustment. I'm just going to try that out and see how it does. Just because, persons like, they see the driveway, like, first things first, I want the driveway to be fixed. And now you'll show them that in an instant, like, hey, this is what it could look like. Yeah. Or if you're just going door to door, a door-to-door salesman, like, hey, this is what your house could look like if you fixed it up. Ooh, so now let's see. All right, the driveway's fixed. That looks so much better. It's a start. We started somewhere. I got the money to do that. We fixed it. We saved it. Now our driveway is fixed. But let's see what the next step is, maybe let's fix the roof first. you know. Let's fix the roof. Now I just saved that image here, right in the bottom here, and now I'm editing it. It's gonna edit this image, not my original. It's gonna edit the one that I have, the freshly painted asphalt. So now I'm gonna say, make the roof new and black, make the siding modern, new, and white. Now this should give it a nice little facelift, the complete outside of the house. Really simple, easy to do. And now you can try to start upselling the customer.
And it's interesting because you're seeing like, you know, the potential of something, and it's always.
Yeah, and it's honestly, I was doing it actually as I was experimenting with this. I was showing my parents. I was like, hey, your house would look a lot nicer if you had this done to it. Like,
they were thinking about it. Like,
and my dad's like, don't show mom that. He's like, don't show her that. I was like, why? I was like, it looks so much nicer. But now you see, wow, the house looks a lot more beautiful with the white paneling on the sides. It looks fresh, new, and now you have that done. The house is starting to come together. It looks a little bit nicer, right?
Definitely.
And let's say, you know, it's good, but you know, the landscaping could use a little work. You know, let's say improve the landscaping and add a stone path to the front door, because this is a little bit of abysmal front entrance. Nothing too crazy. You know, I want a little bit nicer.
Getting the little details.
Now we're getting to the small details. You already spent all this money. You might as well add a few more. You might as well spend a few more dollars. You know, who minds?
Now that you're doing it, like
we have the nano money. It's all good. So here we go. And now, wow, that's actually a little bit more grand. So now we have the landscaping's improved. We added a stone walkway. It's kind of blocking our driveway. It's going to be a little hard to park there. But that's the thing, you know. Once in a while, Nano Banana works, and sometimes you get a bush in front of the driveway.
But that one is super
But that one
nice.
works. That one works. It leads into your driveway, but it kind of is a natural transition from your driveway to your front door. And then that's a nice little adjustment for fixing your house, you know.
Yeah.
And just like that, the house is restored with these small progressive changes. I can pitch this to a client piece by piece and live. I can instantly show them what their house could become. No endless back and forth edits. No multiple departments required. Anyone with a little training, which you've just gotten, can show up and do this. Now I'm gonna just go back to my first image, and you know, it's nice to go piece by piece.
Wow.
But let's just do it all at once. And we're gonna do that with visual prompting.
Okay.
And we're gonna
burn the GPUs.
We're gonna get this all done in one shot. We're gonna come here and say, make the driveway perfect with new asphalt driveway.
Okay.
We're gonna go say, make the roof new and black, get it nice and done. Then we're gonna come to the garage. We're gonna come to the garage, and we're gonna make that garage door black and new to match the styling of the house that we're designing. Then we're gonna come over here, and we're gonna say, make the landscaping better, because that definitely needs a touch. We're gonna come over here, make this, make the siding modern and white, selecting the side of the house right there. And we're gonna say, add a stone pathway to the front door right over there. And once again, now we just do it all at once because we know exactly where we're trying to go. We have everything selected, we have Nano Banana enabled, and now we're gonna generate. And now instead of me doing all those edits piece by piece, you know,
they're just happening.
It's just happening.
And it's amazing because then, like, even things like, you know, I went to see the house in the morning, in the afternoon, with this type of light, when it's raining, like, you know, the possibilities.
We'll visualize a holiday just after this. Once this house is looking sharp, we're gonna take it to the holidays.
How is it looking in Christmas? How is it looking in Halloween?
Exactly.
You know? So
and now look at that. Oh, that driveway doesn't look good. But right here, we have it exactly what you ready before, and then after, all in one generation, one simple generation. And it's perfect that you said the lights, because you know what? Who doesn't love the holidays? So let's say, make it nighttime, and add holiday lights. And now you can have them get in time for the holidays and see what the house will look like. And you can also plan your purchases too.
Yeah. And we've already have them convinced to do the renovation. Like, you know, you see this brand new house and you see all the holiday decorations, like, okay, I'm in.
And just like that, the holidays here, and even
we
as
even got a reindeer there.
we got a little reindeer.
That's amazing.
And just like that, you have your little update. And one last one I'll just show. You know, if you want to make a drastic change to this house, we can close out of that. You know, we have our modern house here. It looks great, but I just want to make it a more little vibrant, right? We're gonna make this home styled. We're gonna say make this home more modern styled with the same outside. For people that want to make kind of more of a drastic change to the home. Now we have like the same house, but we're just gonna upgrade it a little bit.
Okay.
Upscale it.
Upscale it. Yeah.
We're upscaling today.
Upscaling. Today, that's
upscaling our lifestyle.
Remember that you have seen probably during the session, like the code for upscale. We haven't forgotten.
Where is it? Somewhere
around.
Somewhere. And now you can see it's modernized and has a little bit more of a little different look. These big, large square windows. You know, no more of those like old style frames. It upgrades the house perfectly with a little bit of modern flair.
Love it.
And
Love it. We're getting some questions. So we have one that says, I have a little question, but I sometimes feel like Nano Banana kind of struggles when it comes to changing camera angles. Have you have a tip to solve this problem, please? We know Nano Banana
Nano Banana, there's days where I don't know if I'm just crazy, but there's days where I feel like it works perfectly and does everything I say to a T. Like when I was working on the presentation, I asked it to flip the shirt around, right, where it was the back of the person's shirt. I wrote a simple prompt, simpler than what it was, and it had it perfect every time.
Yeah.
Then 2 days ago, as I'm finalizing my presentation, none of my prompts were working. I was like, what is going on? I was like, I thought I had this prompt down. I mean, it's just about experimentation and maybe being more descriptive. I mean, you can even talk maybe about camera lenses, camera styles, even describing the style of shooting. You know, how I described it as a high-end fashion shoot. Maybe describing the scene in that type of style and saying more of like, run and gun style photography, stuff like that might be able to help your prompt. It's all really about experimentation, and sometimes you have to add more details, sometimes you add less. I'd also recommend trying out they just have prompt enhancers right inside of Freepik. You could also ask the what's it called, the AI assistant.
Yep.
Ask the AI assistant to help you describe your prompt to be a little bit more refined. That could also help you too.
Yeah, I think that if people don't feel like their prompt is like doing the job, like maybe heading over to an assistant and be like, what you mentioned, the prompt that you use is like, please reinforce this. Like,
yeah, it's
I
like,
make
hey,
sure
I need a hand
like,
here. Yeah, it's
angle.
100%. And and say you get a generation say you have a prompt that it makes for you, and then you make that generation. You could also can you upload images to Assistant?
Yeah, sure.
So then you could probably upload an image to Assistant and say, hey, it generated this shot instead. I need the angle to be more intense. Can you rework this original prompt based off of this image? Give me the prompt to give me more of this style that I'm looking for, and then try to build off of it that way. And once again, it's an iterative process. So like building off your prompts always helps them and improve them.
Yeah, definitely. So I hope we answer your question. But yeah, I think that emphasis when it comes to like camera angles and Nano Banana is like, it has
hard.
Mondays, I feel
it definitely does.
So yeah, and we have another question, which is how do we control aspect ratios to be consistent? Whenever I have tried to get random aspect ratios.
Okay, so there is one thing that I was told, I'm not sure if it works all the time, but it sometimes relies on your first image's aspect ratio. It kind of resorts to that first aspect ratio. In Freepik, it does have the option for aspect ratio, which gives it a more likelihood of getting your aspect ratio you want. But I was told if your first reference image, it sometimes does hit that more likely than your other one. So like if your first reference image is 16:9, you're more likely to get a 16:9 generation.
Yeah. So I think that is a bit of a flipping a coin slightly.
Yeah, and it's like that's something I just happen to know. It's not like it's something you figure out. You just it's just something I happen to know. But
yeah, I mean that if it gets to like an extreme that you're like not getting the aspect ratio, head over to our Discord. We're gonna be happy to also help around. But I think that
I think you can also resize in Freepik, right?
We do.
Yeah, so you can resize in Freepik. So generate your image and then resize it. That's another tool.
Yeah, you could even expand and find the perfect ratio. And it gonna if we decided to make the house smaller, we're gonna
if we go like this and change the aspect ratio, you can easily do that in here, and then basically it would generatively fill the outside areas or generatively expand.
So expand can also be a good resource for that.
Yeah, 100%.
Getting it right.
Generate it the first way and then expand it after.
Yeah. So let's see if we have any more questions. Yeah, it works most of the times, but not always. Yeah, so it's it's getting there.
Yeah, it'll get there. Give it another month, and you'll
give
have
it
this will be
1,000 hours.
Yeah, talk to me tomorrow. This will be 1,000 times better already.
Perfect. So I think that I learned so much.
Okay,
today,
cool.
And it was super nice examples.
Yeah, I'm happy we got the time to. I was a little nervous. I was like, I don't know if I'll make it all the way. I'm happy. Hope it wasn't too fast for everybody. If it was very fast for you, rewatch it again. 0.75 on YouTube.
We gotta be relaxation.
Just very excited to help everybody today.
Very good. So I think we are. I think we are good to go. Right, we're on time. Sharp as they say, on time. Thank you for being here.
No, thank you for having me. I love to be at Upscale Studios. This is incredible. Freepik's a family, so I had to be here.
This is such a nice venue.
I know. I don't know if you can all see this behind us.
I don't know if you guys see it.
It is a beautiful little space here.
It's New York right there. The office is amazing. We're hoping that we get to see whoever is watching at the Upscale Studios in Malaga, because we're gonna be there. So hopefully, who knows what Nano Banana holds by November.
Oh my!
Because like I can't even like imagine.
I'm already getting ready for a presentation in January, and I'm like, I'm so nervous to even
Like,
start it because I know in 2
like,
months it's gonna be outdated and
what's gonna
useless. So I'm like, it's like I'll start it a month before.
No, definitely like night before. It's like okay, what's
Yeah,
happening?
yeah.
So yeah, then again, thanks everyone for watching, for joining. Remember that every prompt, everything that we were sharing and we were talking, and all the magic prompts that you share with us are gonna be on our Discord server, so you're more than happy to join. And we'll see you around, Chris.
Upscale conference. Is it Upscale conference or Upscale
Upscale
studios?
Studios today,
Malaga.
but Upscale conference in Malaga.
Malaga, yeah.
November.
See you there.
So yeah, see you guys. Bye. I love this office so much. We're
done?
good? Yeah. Oh, it was great.
Is that good?